Today, I will be making homemade lasagna that is cheesy, saucy, and better than restaurant quality. So if you want to learn how I made this, then be sure to keep watching. First, I'm going to cook my ground beef on high heat, undisturbed, for a couple of minutes before breaking it up. This is going to allow the meat to sear and create fond in the bottom of the pot. After the meat is about 90% cooked, I'm going to drain the fat. Reduce the heat to medium-high. I will add mild Italian sausage and cook until the meat is cooked all the way through and no longer pink. I will remove the meat from the pot, leaving the fat in there. I'm going to reduce my heat to medium and I will saute my diced onion in the fats from the meat. I'll also add some extra virgin olive oil and I'm going to cook until the onions are translucent. Then I will add salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, Italian seasoning, dried oregano, and dried basil. And I'm going to bloom these spices and herbs. Now this is going to enhance the meat sauce big time, okay? I will let these cook for about 2 minutes and then I will add my tomato paste. And right now my heat is still on medium. So I'm gonna let this cook for just under 2 minutes before mixing it in with the onions. Now I will add some minced garlic, and after 45 seconds of cooking, the garlic will become very fragrant. And that's my cue to move on to the next step. I am going to deglaze with some beef broth. And as you can see, I'm just using my silicone spatula just to gently scrape the fond. I'm gonna transfer all of the meat back to the pot. Then I will add in my crushed tomatoes as well as my diced tomatoes and mix until everything is well combined. Here I'm just getting the leftover juices from the can, and now I am adding in my garlic powder as well as my onion powder and beef bouillon powder. And again, I will mix until well combined. Now I will add in my extra virgin olive oil along with a pinch of salt, and of course I will add some sugar last. I'm going to let this simmer for 15 minutes covered on medium heat and 15 minutes uncovered on medium-low heat. Fresh grated cheese always works best for lasagna. I'm using Parm and mozzarella. I'm going to mix my ricotta cheese with chopped parsley, Parmesan cheese, salt, pepper, and 1 egg. In a 9x13-inch casserole dish, I'm adding some meat sauce first to allow the pasta to cook correctly. Next, I will sprinkle a small amount of Parmesan cheese. I'm using oven-ready lasagna, 5 sheets per layer. When you make this, be sure to use enough meat sauce to completely cover each lasagna sheet so that they will bake properly and your lasagna will not be dry. So now I am adding a small amount of Parmesan cheese and some mozzarella cheese, the second layer of lasagna sheets, and a layer of meat sauce. Now I'm adding a thin layer of ricotta cheese. I'm going to gently spread it out as evenly as possible. I will add a small amount of Parmesan cheese and mozzarella cheese. And now the third and final layer of lasagna sheets, final layer of meat sauce, Parmesan cheese, and mozzarella cheese to cover the top. And finally, I will sprinkle a nice amount of dried parsley on top. I will cover with foil and bake in a preheated 375-degree oven for 1 hour covered and 5 minutes uncovered on broil. Here it is, fresh out of the oven after 15 minutes of resting. Just look at how delicious this looks, and it tastes even better. If you try my recipe, be sure to come back and let me know how your food turned out. As always, I thank you so much for your support.